What? I'm gonna tell you that. A little? Where? Where do you study? I don't need friends. That's what I told myself before moving to Japan. I thought I had everything I needed. My ex-partner, my job, and that was enough. And for a while, it was enough. I felt secure, I felt love, but things change. After a few years, my partner got really busy with his work. There were days we barely spoke, weeks where we just coexisted. I remember hitting small milestones like learning a new phrase in Japanese, discovering a cozy cafe in a quiet alley of Tokyo, and turning to say, "Hey, guess what?" But no one was there. I was surrounded by people in a city that never sleeps, but I felt alone. A lot of you have commented on my videos saying Japan is perfect for introverts, that you can survive here without needing anyone. That isolation is kind of built in, and I used to think the same way. But I've learned that surviving is different from living. The feeling of being seen, about laughing over dinner, about having someone text you, "Hey, are you okay?" on a very hard day. I've also learned that human connection doesn't have to be dramatic or intense. Sometimes it's just walking side by side, silently, knowing you're not alone, enjoying time with the people that you love. E プラスのチケットでお願いします。この番号ですね。
もうちょっとこっちバーコード見えるように。ごめんなさい。
You got the ticket. I'm gonna go to N-hyphen. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Making friends in Japan isn't always easy. The language barrier, the cultural gap, the fear of being misunderstood. I've felt all of that. But the few friendships I've made, they've made all the difference. They've given me new eyes to see this country through. They've helped me understand more, not just about Japan, but also about myself. If you're living here or planning to move, yes, enjoy your independence, treasure your solitude, but don't close yourself off completely. Don't convince yourself that you don't need anyone, because one day you'll discover something amazing. A park, a dish, or a concert you want to go to. Or times when you want to go to Disneyland or USJ, and you'll wish someone was there to smile or just simply exist with you. And in that moment, you'll understand what I mean. I didn't let people in for years. I thought I didn't need to. But when the one person I relied on started becoming distant, I had no one else to turn to. That's when it hit me. Maybe I isolated myself more than I realized. The truth is, living in Japan long-term without connection can feel empty. The friends I've made recently, we don't talk every day, we don't hang out all the time, but just knowing they're there, that I can message someone when something feels off, or when I find a cool new spot, that's changed things. You don't need a lot of people, but you do need someone. Not just to share the good stuff with, but also the quiet, awkward, unfiltered parts of life. And if you've convinced yourself that you're better off alone, I get it, I did that too. But it's okay to want more. It's okay to want to be seen. When I started living in Japan, I didn't have any friends. I never thought that having friends is something that's very important for a person. When I moved to Japan, I already had a partner, and I felt like my life revolved on working and taking care of my partner. I felt that having a partner and having a job is not really something that can complete a person. There's always something that's lacking. So the second year that I lived in Japan, I met Jem and Nicole, and they were really, really nice friends. They were Filipino. I didn't know how to make Japanese friends, to be honest with you. If my ex-partner wouldn't have been the way he was, I still wouldn't have any friends right now. I'm actually grateful for what happened because I have friends now, friends that I truly enjoy being with. Without them, I would be alone. And I know some of you would think that being alone is okay. For me, I think it's not the case. I would love someone to share my experiences with. I would love someone to be with me when I laugh, when I cry. So how did I make these friends? So after a while of seeing ex-partners' red flags, I felt like I needed to have a safety net. I needed to have an emotional backup because at that point, I didn't have anyone. My friends moved on with their lives. They already had their own partners. They're living with them, and then they have kids already. So I was completely alone. So I felt like I really needed to spread my wings and learn how to be independent and meet other people. So I went to some bars somewhere in Tokyo, and I just wanted to be out there, to be around with people who are having fun because I was so mentally drained out. I remember that was Daisuke, that was Dai-chan. He was my first Japanese friend here in Japan, and he spoke to me. He didn't have any friends. He decided to become really good friends. After a few days, after a few weeks, we go to another bar. And then he introduced me to this bar. And then I went there alone again. I met their friends, like I met Mi-chan and Yu-chan. The rest was history. Now they're still my friends, and we go out and we go to places, and I really have a genuine good time with them. I want to tell you more about that, but I want to get some popsicle because it's really hot. Let's go. There were really a lot of things that improved in my life when I made friends. One of those are, my Japanese is better now. I also have very good insight on what Japanese culture is like and, how they think. It makes me easier to communicate and interact with Japanese people. My mental health is much better now, although it's not perfect, but whenever I need someone to talk to or whenever I need someone to be with, I would just literally just ask them to meet up and then, hang out. Although, Japanese people, they're very busy and, their private time is very, very valuable to them. So it's just so much better just, just to be talking with someone. Sometimes when I hear the comments like Japan is for introverts, Japan is for people who want the quiet lifestyle, people saying that they don't need friends or like, they don't talk a lot or they don't interact a lot. I still think that even if you're an introvert, you need this connection and you need this human warmth. You just need to have like a genuine connection with someone, be it your family, friend, loved one. Having one or two friends, I think you really need that in your life. I'm done with the first one. What are the things that you need to do to make Japanese friends? So let's talk about the don'ts first. Usually, Japanese people are very direct. Shouldn't be direct too fast. You also shouldn't share your personal problems. Keep things very light, very positive at first when you're talking to someone. And when you're talking to someone, you have to genuinely be interested in what they're saying. What? Ooh. It's raining. Oh my god. Wow, okay. Yaba. Okay. Ita. Yaba. It's finished. Wow. Alright. The rain just stopped. Another thing is that people shouldn't think everyone in Japan wants to learn English. Some foreigners would literally turn a conversation into like an English lesson, thinking that they're helping them out. Not everyone wants to learn English. Not everyone thinks that English is very important. That's where Japanese learning becomes very important. You should also be mindful of your humor because Japanese humor is very different. Most of the time they wouldn't understand what you're talking about, or most of the time they wouldn't understand the sarcastic humor that most foreigners have. You should also remember to not force deep answers from anyone. Japanese people, they often try to avoid deep topics that can spark debate. If you're having a conversation, just try to make it light and don't try to debate just for the sake of making a conversation. When you're communicating with Japanese people through text, don't be clingy or don't try to reply too frequently. As a Japanese person, they will be required to reply back just because they are polite. And sometimes people are too busy. They don't really like that. Those are the things that you should avoid when making friends with Japanese people. So what are the things that you should do in order to make Japanese friends? I'm gonna tell you that once I go back home because it seems like it's gonna rain again. So I'll see you back home. How are you? I'm good.
Thank you.
So can you?
So where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from the Philippines, but I live here.
Philippines?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is.
ミュージカルだよ今年は。
Oh, Suzuki. What's your
My
name?
name is.
Do you live here? Do you live here?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, in this place? Speak English really well.
Oh,
Thank you.
Wow. Are you studying English?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
I little
A little? Where? Where do you study English?
study English.
Where?
どこ
うん。
どこ
学校?
学校
School and
high school.
in high school.
I'm その high school.
I'm.
なんていうの？
わかんない。
何々?
フラワー。
Flower? What's that?
フラワー。フラワーファイヤー。
Ah, fireworks. Hanabi, fireworks. No.
フラワー。
Flower.
フラワー。
Flower. Oh.
Yes.
And oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh.
Hello.
See you.
See you.
think it's better for me to make another video about the do's and don'ts when making friends with Japanese people, because I think it's gonna be very long and there's a lot of things I want to add. So yeah, so I'm gonna be uploading that video next. I guess it's gonna be pretty interesting. Yeah, and it's going to be very helpful for some people, especially the ones who wants to move to Japan and build a life here. So I hope you enjoyed our day together, and I'll see you in another day in my life. Jenny.